What's going on, everyone, and welcome to the channel. It's Ian K, where today I'm over at Krispy Kreme in South Pasadena, California to check out their all-new pumpkin spice donut lineup for 2022. That's right, and you already know I've got all 4 flavors up next, so stay tuned.
Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
Yes, sir. Pumpkin spice season is officially kicking off very early this year, guys. I mean, I'm actually filming this in the second week of August 2022 right now, and Krispy Kreme is one of the first ones out the gate to let you know about it, outside of this review anyway. Feast your eyes on what I'm looking at. Here we go with the pumpkin spice donuts over here at Krispy Kreme, part of their 2022 pumpkin spice collection. And as the sunlight glistens through my windshield on top of this glazed goodness, we've got 4 nice pumpkin spice options to get into. So let's break these on down real quick. And man, let me just say, the pumpkin spice aroma in my car right now is kicking. Very nice. All right, starting off with the pumpkin spice original glaze. That's exactly what it is here. A classic glazed donut infused with pumpkin spice goodness. Very basic, and it pretty much looks like the classic Krispy Kreme donut that you're used to. As we pan on over to the side, next up is the pumpkin spice cake donut. Essentially some more pumpkin spice infused goodness on the inside of a cake donut here, guys. Looking very nice and definitely dense. Nice ridges on this one, guys, all over the place. Looking pretty nice. Next up, it looks like we've got the flagship variant for this pumpkin spice collection. What this is a pumpkin spice latte swirl donut. Essentially a pumpkin spice donut dipped in a pumpkin spice sugar blend and finished off with a vanilla and coffee buttercream swirl on the very top. Very nice, guys. Presentation-wise, this one's looking pretty cool. And finally, not to be left out, we've got the pumpkin spice original filled cheesecake donut. Very similar to the first one, the pumpkin spice original glazed. What this one is that pumpkin spice original glazed donut, but with cheesecake filling this time pumped into it, guys, and it's finished off with cheesecake icing on the very top to stand out. So, very nice overall. I have to say, guys, again, the pumpkin spice goodness is lit up pretty beautifully in the aroma department, and the presentation is pretty nice on these. So there you go, it's the pumpkin spice donuts as part of the 2022 pumpkin spice collection here at Krispy Kreme. Let's peep out this flavor. Yes, sir, definitely some delicious pumpkin spice goodness on these 4 guys. Very, very nice in the presentation department, and they really do scream fall flavors, right? I mean, pumpkin spice, come on. All right, so for this review, I think what I'm going to do, just to kind of manage the sugar naturally, because I've got 4 of these here right now, I'm going to go for a single bite of each one to kind of get my initial feeling, the breakdown of it, and then I'll kind of move on and go from there. So naturally, managing the sugar, still tasting the good stuff, and having a lot of fun doing it. So let's start off with this pumpkin spice original glazed. Again, looking just like that classic Krispy Kreme donut that you're used to over here. Their namesake here, as you can see. Very nice in terms of the presentation department. And again, as it's glistening through the sunlight over here, a beautiful situation of glazed goodness. Let's give this a shot. Here we go. It's the pumpkin spice original glazed donut here at Krispy Kreme. Let's keep this out. Soft. Pillowy. Light. Perfect pumpkin spice on this. It is all throughout. That glaze is beautiful. Guys, that is a nice bite right over there too. What you're getting is the classic goodness of Krispy Kreme. And again, I'm totally digging how that looks in the sun right now. With a lot of flavorful sugar glaze, pumpkin spice action. Kind of like the nutmeg, the cinnamon. That is very well done, guys. And it is very soft, ultra fresh. And I gotta say, I am totally digging this one. This is a nice one to start off with, and it's gonna dovetail into the other 3 naturally. But guys, very beautiful on this with plenty of pumpkin spice flavor. And this is definitely something that I'm going to inhale as time goes by, because this is not going to last much throughout the day, I have a feeling. This is already setting me off. Very beautiful on this one. Very, very delicious. So this melts in your mouth. I am totally digging the overall quality of this one. And the glaze is beautiful. Sweet, but you expect that. But at the same time, the nutmeg, the cinnamon type of flavor that I'm getting as well, just the overall pumpkin spice vibe is really shining through with this. Very, very tasty. Okay, let's move on. This one we've got here is the pumpkin spice cake donut. And the ridges on this one is beautifully glazed as well. Look at this, guys. Really, really nice. You can just see how dense this is. How you doing? How you doing over there? Very, very cool on this one, guys. Very cool. It looks really nice and perfectly glazed as well. A little bit of lightness on the very bottom of this one here. But overall, I am totally digging this. This actually has some pretty nice weight to it. You can feel that it's dense. Here we go. It's the pumpkin spice cake donut over here at Krispy Kreme. Let's peep this one out. Thick, dense, loaded with pumpkin spice flavor. That glaze. Wow. This is already better than the original one that I just did. That was delicious. This is nice. Oh my God. Guys, look at this. Very thick, very rich, very dense. The perfect amount of pumpkin spice goodness on this, guys. As you can see, it is lit up beautifully on this particular one. Very hearty. This is something that you want to dip into some milk easily. This would kind of soak it up beautifully. It is very dense, guys. Just the right amount of sweetness on this one. It's not really over the top, and the glaze is really standing out. Just going into this one, it is so soft as you bite down into it, and then you get that nice little rush of the pumpkin spice goodness. Overall, very, very solid quality on this one, guys. I am totally digging the quality of this. And again, this is not going to last too much longer from when I got these today. Very, very fresh. You can really, really tell. And incidentally, I got to say, the display case for their donuts looked really, really awesome on the inside of this new Krispy Kreme over here in South Pass. I totally enjoyed my experience checking this one out. Beautiful combination of visuals and just overall freshness. You can really see everything look really, really great. All right, so let's move on to what I think is the flagship item out of this collection so far, guys, because it really does have more visual stuff going on with it compared to the others. As you can see, a beautiful situation when it comes to this pumpkin spice latte swirl donut. And I have to say the combination of that swirl on the top of the vanilla and coffee buttercream is looking really, really nice on this one here. It's got that sugar blend that you can see dusted right over there, maybe a little bit of pumpkin spice seasoning on the very top, or sprinkle, I should say, for even more color. But this looks really, really nice. And again, lots of sugary goodness. Really, really nice, and no glaze on this particular one. Let's give this one a shot. It's the all-new pumpkin spice latte swirl donut here at Krispy Kreme. Let's peep this one out. Not bad. Definitely not bad. Seems kind of plain, I gotta be honest. I mean, I love the flavor of the coffee that I'm getting in this one here, and the vanilla, but the fact that there's no glaze on this, it's not as sweet as the others, and I guess that's okay. And it really is kind of the basic donut that you're going to get from the original, just without the glaze. But this one is just okay. I mean, the flavor of the coffee is light, the vanilla is light, and overall it's more of the creamy texture of this particular one and the sugar. But then you get that pumpkin spice coming up on the end there. So I like this one. This is not bad, but it's definitely not going to be something that I think I would get again. I think the other two so far are very, very strong in the flavor department. This one just seems very light overall, even though it's got a little bit more busyness going on the very top. But I'm totally digging the quality of this one naturally, because again, it's very fresh and it definitely tastes good. But like I said, something about the glaze at Krispy Kreme, you got to have like the glaze on their donuts. This is not bad, like I said. And the coffee, even though I love coffee, it's light on this one on top of the vanilla. But tasty nonetheless, guys. Tasty nonetheless. Okay, moving on. This is so much fun to do right now. Feeling my sugar level already jump through the roof as we speak. Let's go with the final one out of the four. Pumpkin Spice Original Filled Cheesecake Donut on this one, guys. Just look at this here. Very, very nice overall in terms of what this looks like, because it looks like the classic original. As you can see there, there's a lot of glaze on this one. And they let you know this one has got something on the inside naturally because of the cream cheese icing on the very top. But if you look very carefully, you'll see the puncture wounds right there all around this one when they fill this here. So again, we're going to go for a single bite, and I might as well go for the side that actually has that cream cheese icing right there, just to kind of make sure I do get some cream cheese filling with this. Let's give this one a shot. This is the Pumpkin Spice Original Filled Cheesecake Donut. Let's peep this last one out. Oh. You know, I'm not really a super fan of cheesecake, but that is very sweet icing on the inside. And I'm going to say it tastes like icing because it does. Not necessarily cheesecake, but that is really nice, guys. Really nice on that. Just look at that right over there. Because it's basically 4 or 5 puncture wounds around this whole donut, you're guaranteed, at least in every bite, to get some form of cream, which is nice. I was worried about that because I was hoping to get something there. But I took a pretty substantial bite out of this one, so you can see. But guys, very tasty on this one. It's just like the original glazed, but with more of a creamy center. Not so much cheesecake on this, as it is more of like a Twinkie filling, believe it or not. I like it though, it's really tasty. But again, just a little bit like the original, with a little extra creaminess. So I'm not hating on it. This one is very tasty. And as you can see, just a lovely situation in terms of the amount of glaze on this. Plenty of pumpkin spice flavor. And I gotta say, very, very nice in terms of the overall mouthfeel with this one. And of course, with the creaminess of that quote-unquote cheesecake on the inside. Pretty nice on this one, guys. Pretty nice. Alright, so jumping right to the ratings, let's start off with that pumpkin spice original glazed donut. That one's going to get an easy 8.5 out of 10, guys. Like I said, that one pretty much set the tone, and it's probably going to be the one that I think is going to sell the most because of what it is. It looks just like the classic Krispy Kreme donut with some awesome pumpkin spice flavor, and you really can't fade that, guys, because it really sets the tone beautifully, and the softness and the freshness was definitely on point with that one. A nice way to start this review out, I think. As for the pumpkin spice cake donut, that's going to get an easy 9 out of 10. Very solid quality on that one. It had just the right amount of denseness and the overall flavor of pumpkin spice to be very satisfying. I only wish I had some milk to dip into with this particular one because that one was screaming to be done that way. But at the same time, the quality was very good, and it's definitely very hearty, guys. An easy recommendation to give that one a go. Even if you're not really a fan of cake donuts, it's done the Krispy Kreme way with plenty of that icing mixed in. So very delicious on that one. And as for the pumpkin spice latte swirl donut, that one's going to get just an okay 7.5 out of 10. It definitely didn't blow my socks off in terms of flavor. I mean, it was tasty, don't get me wrong. But like I said, a little bit more muted in terms of the overall flavor. And the fact that the texture itself didn't have any glaze on top of it, it's a different experience when you have that one. Naturally, the vanilla and coffee buttercream, very light in terms of flavor, but a nice accent to the overall flavor in general. So not bad on this particular one, but again, not the best. And as for the pumpkin spice original filled cheesecake donut, I'm going to give that one a solid 8 out of 10. I definitely enjoyed it more than the latte swirl donut for sure, guys. And considering it's very similar to the first donut that I tried, just with a little bit more of a filling, very, very tasty overall. And while I'm not necessarily a fan of cheesecake, I didn't think it really kind of tasted like cheesecake to me. More of like a hyper cream like that you'd find on the inside of a Twinkie. It was still very tasty, very flavorful. And guys, I mean, look at the base that it's coming from. That original glaze is already a banging situation. So when you put any type of filling on the inside of that, I think you know what to expect. It was still pretty tasty. Alright, so do me a quick favor. Drop some comments down below. Aside from letting me know how excited you are that pumpkin spice is starting off early this year, because I have a feeling if you've made it this far into the review, you're at least partially excited or you're just curious about these donuts. Drop some additional comments. Let me know which one is your favorite out of these 4 if you've given these a shot already. I'm very curious to hear what you think about this selection. Drop those comments down below and definitely let me know. And with that, this is Ian K closing out another high-quality foodie feature for you here on Peep This Out Reviews, bringing you brand new content every single week here on my channel. So I stay tuned for the next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. Alright, so since I've taken a single bite out of each of these donuts, technically I've had basically just one donut today, right? Because these are basically like 4 biters if I'm not mistaken. I guess I don't have to feel too bad, right? Alright everyone, until next time, I'll talk to you soon. Hey, thanks for checking out another one of my reviews. But just in case you didn't see the one before this one, you can find it right up over here, along with what I think YouTube's going to recommend for you to check out as well. As always, I think you'll find something to like in both of them, and I'll definitely catch you in the next one. See ya.